In this video, I'm gonna show you how you can make automatic Anki flashcards from entire manga volumes using a small script I wrote. This might be an entertaining way of improving your Japanese. First, we need to install Python. We need to use an inferior version than 3.10. That's because it is the topmost version that PyTorch accepts. If it isn't by default, make sure the system environmental variable is set up in your path for using Python in command line. You have to put this inside of the name and value fields, matching your username. Put another one for scripts, making sure that pip will work. Now, we have to get the script files from my GitHub, download and unzip them. Once we've done that, we can download the dependency that it uses, enter the terminal and write pip install Mokuro. We need to set up the Manga folder where the images are located. Copy and paste the folder with all the images inside the input folder. In this little sample, I only have an image from the manga Oyasumi for presentation purposes. To run the script, we need to write the line python main.p Oyasumi. You can add full page if you prefer the non-vignette mode. This script uses a comic panel slicer called Kumiko that gets the vignettes from each image, and Mokuro, an OCR system that allows us to get the sentences from the images. Each image will have several cards for each sentence. In order to run the script, change the directory to the root of the downloaded folder. We run the script. The slicer is activated. It makes the necessary screenshots for each vignette and applies some compression to the images for saving up some space when we import them into Anki. After that, Mokuro goes through each single image to generate sentences. You have to take into consideration that Mokuro may take some time. After all of that is done, the CSV is created. This data is introduced in the output folder, where we have both the images and the CSV file. In order to dump the images into Anki, we need to access app data, where Anki saves media files. We copy and paste the images from the output into the folder collection media. As for the deck, we click on Import and select the CSV file. We can then create a new deck with the name of the manga if we want. It is important that we check the HTML cell and the cards to be repeated. We also choose our preferred template. Our cards have two different fields, the sentence field and the picture field. I recommend having another user in Anki for creating the APKG file for the main user, since if you do it another way, there will be for sure some unused images that will take some space in the folder. Head over to the Browse folder where we can find all of our cards. Lastly, to pretty the cards up the way I have them, we can use some add-ons. Morphman is a mechanism that recommends us only I+1 cards. You can get your furigana and definitions using Migaku. Any translation add-on like Deep Learning, or even AI-generated audio for the sentences like HyperTTS. Kumiko Slicer is certainly limited. There will be cases where the vignette is not cut correctly. Mokuro also has some problems, especially with furigana. I recommend using the script and manga without furigana for avoiding this, unless you wanna clean up.